Hey everybody, Luke here with Sky Palm Studios. Today we are going to be unboxing the brand new Canon C400. We actually just got this in the mail and we are super excited to put it to the test. We're going to be pairing it as the A-Cam to our Canon R5C. We used to have the FX6, but we use the R5C for a lot of run and gun hybrid shooting, so it just made sense to make the move over, especially because we invested a lot in our Canon glass. So today we're going to be doing a basic overview of the camera, what comes in the box, doing the unboxing, and then we will be creating a separate video that will dive into kind of the features of the cameras and things that we noticed right off the bat. And this is Moss, by the way.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna also check out what it smells like.
What it smells like. That's Moss's favorite part.
Yeah, that new camera smell.
All right, so let's dive right on in. So right off the bat, you get the best part. There you go, Moss. Study up.
The manual, my favorite thing.
This is gonna be the camera here in the center, but let's get to that last. We have the monitor. So display-wise, it is not huge, but the actual size of this fixture is not too bad. Definitely has some margins around it though. All right, and then over here we have chargers, battery, which is the BP A60N. So you could use, these are the new versions of the BP batteries. You can use older batteries that were for like the Canon C400 or something like that, the A30s, A60s. They just will not function the servo on the actual camera if you were to use one of those lenses. All right, moving onward, more charging cords. We have our mic mount. This will be what holds the mic to the camera. You can either put it onto the camera body or you can throw it onto the top handle. What is nice about the Canon C400 is that the mic inputs are on the camera body, unlike the FX6 to where you had to plug it into the top handle. So you can actually run a shotgun mic on a gimbal without adding all the extra weight onto the top of the camera that is already heavier. We have the charger, which is nicely packaged to charge the A60N.
These are mini XLRs though, right?
Yes, they are mini XLRs. However, if you just get an XLR to mini XLR, they work just fine. There are cage rig outs that you can do that automatically convert it whenever you throw the cage onto the camera, rather than having to have a converter. Got some tools. Let's throw all this plastic back in here. Drop stuff on the ground. All right, over here on the other side, we have our top handle. One thing that I have heard from people who had the pre-production models is build quality was the one thing that they didn't like off of this. However, it is nice that it has 3 mounting points, unlike 2 on the FX6. And I'm comparing it to the FX6 just because that would be the closest thing to what this camera is trying to be. However, I mean, build quality, in my opinion, seems pretty good.
Yeah, and around the same build quality of the FX6, probably a little lighter it feels like. And this is a custom handle for the C400, so it doesn't fit on C300 Mark III or C500, anything like that. So this is the hand unit.
And then this is going to be the arm that holds the monitor, which is pretty cool because it extends and it does allow you to mount the monitor in a lot of different positions. And it's made out of really nice metal, it's not plastic.
Yeah. The LCD attachment unit seems like this has a lot of modularity to it. So you can even, like, as long as you have a longer USB-C cable for that monitor, you can even turn that into almost like a shoulder mount.
And on that note, the nice thing about the kind of way Canon has evolved these cameras is for the monitor, you don't need a proprietary plug. It is just a USB-C that plugs straight into the camera. So you can get any data transfer USB-C extender and plug it in, and you can really put the monitor as far off of the camera as you would like. Right here, these are just packing, nothing in there. So now it looks like we're going to get into the fun stuff. A good camera that I do not want to drop. And it already has the side handle mounted to it. Ooh, wow, Moss, give us a smell.
Yep, that's new.
New camera. So build quality right off the bat. I mean, it feels like a lot of other Canon cameras with the plastic. I believe it's carbon plastic or something like that is what they call it. but you can tell there's a ton of mounting points. The camera is a lot boxier than the C300 or 500, which does feel nice. Let's see, Moss, what else do you think right off the bat?
It's wider than I thought it would be. So immediately my first impression is wide versus, because I'm an FX6 user, FX6 is a little longer, this is a little wider. Immediately also heavier. Like I can feel that this is a heft to it for the material it's made out of, which is like a strong durable plastic on the outside. But besides that, it feels well built. Yeah, just hefty wide boy.
Definitely going to be a little bit heavier of a camera. Oh yeah.
Very nice.
This is a full frame 6K sensor. It's actually a new sensor, back illuminated. So I'm super excited to see how it looks. The new Canon C80 that's coming out has the exact same sensor. So I do see those two cameras, the C400 and the C80, being really good cameras to pair with each other. So that would be kind of a cool thing to try down the road. But when it comes to side handle, it's very similar to all the previous models, even just like the FX6 and how that kind of works. But yeah, so let's lay everything out here on the table, hook the camera up, we'll put the battery in and a lens on, and just give basic first thoughts on it, being that this is actually the first time we're going to be powering it on. So let's go.
All right, I'm excited.
All right, so here's everything that was in the box laid out. You have your charger, battery, some accessory tools, your monitor, the USB-C that is for mounting and plugging in the monitor. You got your mic holder, top handle, and then your actual monitor's attachment point, as well as the camera and the side handle already attached to it. So we're going to quickly build it out and throw a RF 24-70 2.8 on there and just get our initial thoughts on it. So here we go. The mic mount has this side holes for putting into the side of the top handle, but it also has one top hole to where you can then mount it anywhere onto the actual body of the camera instead. So that is pretty cool and functional. So the mic is actually attached to the side handle through Phillips head, which is kind of funny because you can't use the Allen key for that. So we shall tighten it on.
Sure, the top one's like a 1/4-20 though, right?
Yes, yeah, no, this one's definitely 1/4-20. All right, so we have off of Amazon a mini XLR 2 XLR, and I'm going to throw a Rode NTG5 just as a scratch mic onto here.
Did you get any step ups?
I don't know if we'll need them for this.
It looks pretty big.
We shall see. No, you won't need them.
Oh, the little teeth. Okay.
Has little like gummy teeth in it, so the NTG5 fits just fine into it, which is pretty cool. You don't need the gummies to fill the void. So the monitor has this cool protector that makes it where the cable, being that it is a USB-C and not locking USB-C, that it won't just come out. So that is a nice little feature. Both ends of the cable are the exact same, so you won't accidentally put it in the wrong spot.
It's kind of like fumbling around in the dark. And the first time you have a new camera, you're like,
Yep.
is this where this goes?
We will definitely fine tune how we build it out for kind of our needs and what seems quickest and most efficient. So, but for now, at least we have it put together and the battery has some charge. So we can go ahead and power it on, and then we will take a look at kind of how it starts out for us.
Yeah. So this is the stock build of this camera. Essentially, this is how it comes, like straight out of the box, no cage, no nothing. So ideally you'd want to put a cage on this and probably a V-mount system for
Maybe
longer environmental, depending on what you're doing.
the monitor is very responsive, which is nice. I just set it for 2:25 a.m. That's wonderful.
Let's do a little sound check of the NDs.
Yeah, let's give her a go. Ooh.
A little crisp.
The NDs are very quick.
Mm.
And they are pretty quiet. Here, I'll hold it close to the mic. Nice. Not too bad. All right, so after turning the camera on, it is pretty much just like any Canon cinema camera operating system. Very easy to use. Right off the bat, the biggest thing that we were curious about was kind of the stops of ND, how fast they were and loud, which they do move pretty quick, unlike the older camera models. So that is nice. What are your final thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's super well built, put together, very small, and I think the modularity of this is really nice. It's a little smaller than like C500, and in that way I think it's kind of doing its own thing where it can be used on gimbals and it can be a lot smaller and lighter in that way, and you can build it all, take it all apart, make it real small so you can fly it. So it's really nice in that aspect. So I'm impressed. It's very nice, very clean, boxy, but I like boxy, so that's cool.
We're gonna have fun putting it to the test in the next video that we do, which we're going to hopefully be able to film tomorrow with another cool piece of tech that we are getting, which is going to be the Nisi 25mm cine lens that is pretty light. So we were hoping that it will have good characteristic, work well with this camera body, as well as flying it on the gimbal. So that is going to be included in the next video as well. So it'll be the C400 and the Nisi 25mm prime that we'll be testing together. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or anything that we might not have gone over that you might be on the fence about, if you're going to move up to this camera from a C70 or an R5C or something like that, or even moving over ecosystems from Sony to Canon, we can definitely answer those questions down in the comments below. We appreciate you viewing this video, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. Thank you, and have a nice day.